Hey everyone, this is Troy Harper here at Harper Cigar Lounge. Hey, just wanted to get with you guys and let you know that tomorrow Martin Motnik's going to be here on my YouTube channel, Harper Cigar Lounge. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I hope you guys will join us tomorrow. Definitely, it's going to be a good time. Trying to get my light figured out here. Hopefully you guys can see me a little bit better now. Is that a little bit better? I hope so. Anyway, I'm hoping somebody will jump on and let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. Kind of doing a practice run kind of for tomorrow as well. Want to make sure everything goes good tomorrow for Martin to come on and to be with us. But there's going to be a lot of really cool giveaways during the podcast tomorrow. And if I did mention, Martin Motnik's the bass player for the German metal band Accept. He's in Nashville, Tennessee right now until Accept goes back on tour. And I believe it's going to be in May. I was thinking it was at the end of this month, but it'll actually be in May that they go to Japan. So he's going to be in Nashville until then, doing some other work and everything. So, but anyway, hope you guys will be able to join us tomorrow and be a part of everything. So, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Just if you guys are watching, please let me know that you can hear me. So, anyway, looks like we've got one person on. Okay, thank you, William, for letting me know that you can hear me okay. Anyway, how are you tonight? How's everything going with you? How's the weather there tonight? Very cold and snowy here, just so you know. But anyway, hopefully you can join us tomorrow, William or Willem. Hopefully you can join us tomorrow. So, but anyway, yeah, I just kind of wanted to get on here and let everybody know what's going on tomorrow, just to remind everybody about this show and give myself a chance to kind of get everything set up and looking good for tomorrow as well. I'd kind of use this time to do kind of a practice run as well with everything I need to get set up for tomorrow as well. That's a little better right there, I think, a little more centered. So anyway, yeah, you guys got some snow and it's cold. Yeah, I figured. So I appreciate you jumping on. I appreciate you jumping on, buddy. I really do. So anyway, what's been going on with you besides the cold weather and snow? How's work going and everything? I hope it's all going good. I hope your family's doing good. And in case you guys are wondering, I'm smoking this Brick House, Connecticut 5x54 by the J.C. Newman Company. I like a good brick house once in a while. Anyway, looks like that wrapper is kind of hard to see with my lighting. See if I can adjust my lighting a little bit better so it's not so bright. Maybe you guys can see that now a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a little more of this kind of stuff. Um, I think. Um, I've got another guest coming on. February 14th is my actual anniversary of this channel. Um, it'll be 3 years, February 14th, that I started doing these podcasts. And, but of course, on February 14th, I'm working quite a bit. So the next day I'm free is February 16th. So I've got a buddy of mine from the UK that's going to come on and be on my show that day as my guest. He was one of the very first people that signed on to my channel. I'm not sure how he found my channel, but it was the first day I went up and put a video up, and he signed on, and we've been in close contact since. We FaceTimed each other on Thanksgiving. He's a musician, songwriter. Um, he does a lot of really just beautiful songs. Nothing heavy metal or hard rock, but it's just really beautiful songs. And he's an Italian guy, so he's my Italian brother from another mother, as I always tell him. And yeah, he does all of his own guitaring, all of his own keyboards, all of his own mixing, puts everything out on CDs. He's got some songs on the radio over there in the UK, but just a really great guy. And excited to have him on my show on February 16th, which will be a Sunday. And that show is going to be on, it'll be 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And it'll be, gosh, I'm trying to think of what they call it in his time. But it'll be 6 p.m. where he's at. And I cannot remember what that's called. How they name everything completely different down there for time zones. But so it's going to be cool. So anyway, I plan on doing that. And that's already set up for him to come on February 16th. And so that'll be my anniversary show, my 3-year anniversary show. And it will be live. And he'll be streaming live from the UK onto this channel. So it's going to be really cool. But anyway, are you drinking anything tonight? Smoking anything tonight? I've got a little bit of some Crown Royal caramel rum. Drinking a little rum tonight, some salted caramel rum with my cigar. My wife's gone. She's out of town, and so I'm definitely taking advantage of my cigar lounge tonight. So, but well, I'm sorry that you can't get anything in tonight. Um, are you getting the? I figured you might be. Um, yeah, man, I've got some. I found on YouTube some old Headbangers Ball stuff from 1986 that I'm watching. I always watched Headbangers Ball every Saturday night. I washed dishes for a restaurant, and Headbangers Ball would always come on at 10 o'clock at night. I would always get home about 10:45 or so, and I would. That was the first thing I went to. Is I would kick my mom off the TV and put Headbangers Ball on and jam out for 2 hours. I did that every Saturday night. It was a 3-hour show, but I always missed the first hour of it, so I always caught the last 2 hours of it. But caught on to so many great metal bands through Headbangers Ball, Sabotage, TNT. Winger was a band I caught on to through Headbangers Ball, which Winger really wasn't heavy metal, it was just more hard rock. But gosh, I found so many bands through Headbangers Ball. I think I even caught King Diamond on there. Gosh, I'm trying to think of who else. Of course, my buddies from Striper that I ended up working with later was on there too, of course, off and on. Anthrax, Metallica, Slayer. all kinds of bands that I watched on there and caught on to Queensryche as well. So anyway, but yeah, so watching some Headbangers Ball from 1986, and yeah, some great stuff, great memories. I tell you what, stuff that brings back a lot of great memories. So I'm trying to remember the oh, back in the '80s there was always the yeah, Slayer, man. um, yeah, again, I'm smoking a Connecticut brick house. Um, Trying to get that angle so you can see. It's a Connecticut brick house, 5x54 by the J.C. Newman Company. So that's what I'm smoking tonight. So anyway, you're smoking something different than I am, but cheers to you. And cheers, buddy. So anyway, have you let's see here. I've been able to meet a few metal legends like guys from Judas Priest. Awesome. That's awesome. Who have you met from Judas Priest? I I've never met anybody from the original members of Judas Priest, but this last summer, September 3rd, went and saw KK's Priest in Denver, Colorado, along with Accept, and that's how I met Martin Motnik. Or started. No, I didn't meet him at the show. It was after the show was over, and I was back here in Nebraska. I started messaging back and forth with Martin, and I had sent a picture of him, of me and Tim Ripper Owens together. Of course, he was the one that sang for Judas Priest when Rob Halford left in '91, I want to say, to go do some other projects. He had a band called Fight. He had a band called Halford. And so Tim Ripper Owens came in and sang for Judas Priest for about 4 years or around 4 or 5 years. And so, of course, he's the one that's singing for KK's Priest. And then KK Downing, the original guitarist for Judas Priest, is the guitarist, of course, for KK's Downing. And didn't get to meet KK Downing, but I did get to meet Tim Ripper Owens. He came out and hung out with me and a bunch of guys for a good hour, talking with us, bullshitting with us, talking about what was going to happen with KK's Priest, and giving us some insight on some things that other people didn't know about. It was really, really cool. And tomorrow I'll be wearing my Boston Scally cap for the podcast, I promise. I got home from work, and it's so damn cold, and I got to go outside, of course. I work at the store. I got to go outside and do things, so I've been wearing my co-op, my work beanie quite a bit. And I just never did take it off when I got home tonight. So, but I will be wearing my Boston Scally tomorrow, definitely. So, yeah, I feel weird without my Boston Scallies. I really do. But anyway, so I did get to meet Tim Ripper Owens, of course, from Judas Priest. He was a member of Judas Priest, so he's the only member I've ever met from Judas Priest. At the concert, I was right in front of the stage. And so I had KK Downing right in front of me all night, which was so cool to be up and close and personal with him. He's he's one of my favorite guitarists. He's someone I've always loved and always wanted to meet. But yeah, so yeah, they had several drummers, I know. But I tell you what, um, they've had. Let's see, I'm trying to think. They've had like, I think, 3 or 4 drummers. I'm looking up how many drummers they've had actually. Well, yeah, and Scott Travis has been with them for a long time. He joined in '92. Um, when Halford had left Judas Priest, he had joined in '92. Um, I'm going to Wikipedia to look up the band members they've had. Let's see here. Yeah, let me look up something different here. Okay. Let's see here. Past members. Oh, let's see here. Past members. Okay, so yeah, they had Dave Holland, of course, and he died of cancer, I want to say. Um, Richie's in Nashville. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. Um, let's see here. Alan Moore was a drummer. Gosh, he was on the Sad Wings of Destiny album in '76. And I want to say there was one other drummer here. Yeah, Les Banks also. So they've had 4 different drummers over the years. Of course, I think Scott Travis has been the longest drummer for them, as far as I know. I think he's been the longest lasting drummer for Judas Priest. So, yeah, I like Richie Faulkner quite a bit. I've really been impressed with him in Judas Priest. I think he's been a great addition to Judas Priest. I really do. Um, he really reminds me of KK Downing in a lot of ways. He really does. So let's see. I had Billy Gibbons come into the job where I used to be at once. He was pretty cool. Billy Gibbons. My dad when he was alive, when he was a lot younger, back in the '60s. It was before he went into the Navy, but he would go see him in well, we're from Port Arthur, Texas originally, and he would go see Billy Gibbons at the clubs back in the really early '60s, before they even had made it with ZZ Top. And I'm not sure who the original drummer was at that time, but yeah, my dad and my uncle both would go see ZZ Top in the clubs over in Houston, Texas. They'd drive over there from Port Arthur, which I think, if I remember right, Port Arthur, Texas was about an hour away from Houston, I believe. So anyway, yeah, they'd go see those guys in the clubs before they even made it big. And being from Port Arthur, Texas, my dad even went to school with Janis Joplin. She was a grade ahead of my dad, and she dropped out of high school. And then a year later, not even a year later, she was back playing the high school auditorium in Port Arthur, Texas. They had a pretty big auditorium, I guess. So she was playing the auditorium in Port Arthur, Texas, at the high school auditorium, and she had Jimi Hendrix, I think. From what I remember, my dad and my uncle tell me she had Jimi Hendrix with her. So I wish I could have been there to see that. Of course, I wasn't born yet. I wasn't born until '70. But so yeah, my dad, yeah. So definitely grew up in a musical family. My dad played guitar and sang, and that's kind of where I started kind of getting involved with music as well when I was pretty young. But I heard Peter Criss from Kiss, and that was it. When I was 7 years old, I started learning how to play drums. I started teaching myself drums, started teaching myself how to sing. And then, of course, in high school, I was involved with a lot of musical stuff, choir and band and different things. So, yeah, I bet those early shows were pretty cool. I bet they were, being in a small club, and, I'm sure that was pretty cool stuff. I'm pretty sure of it. I knew Robert Reynolds, which I don't know I'm not into country really, but when I lived in Miami Beach, Florida back in 89 through 91, I worked at a place called Stewart's. It was a seafood restaurant. And Robert Reynolds, he ended up marrying Trisha Yearwood, and she left him for Garth Brooks. But I knew, and I still keep in touch with Robert off and on, actually. I've still got his phone number. I still call him once in a while and talk to him. But I really knew Robert really well back in the early '90s. Um, he went on. I went to work one day and he said, "Well, Troy, we're getting our contract," and they moved off to Nashville, and I had moved back to Wyoming at the time, about a year or so after he had left. And sure enough, I saw their albums in Walmart at the time when Walmarts were first kind of coming up. I saw their album in Walmart. So, and I would go see them play, the Mavericks and everything. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So it's funny. It's funny how I kind of followed in my dad's footsteps in a lot of ways without even really intending to or planning on it. But he was always talking to musicians, always going to concerts, and I fell in love with going to concerts at a pretty young age, and still love going to concerts. And but heavy metal is my music, hard rock, heavy metal. That's what I eat, sleep, and live by. Pretty much, it's pretty much my religion, I'd have to say. So, but yeah, I eat, sleep, and live hard rock, heavy metal, and of course, so it's been a privilege doing these podcasts and getting to do this and talk about music and talk about, at times talk about my past experiences and getting to do this. My dad always wanted to be a DJ, a radio DJ. He never got to do that, so I'm kind of getting to live out what he wanted to do a little bit. So, yeah, I love Reese's peanut butter cups. Yep, I do. Hey, Jake, not from State Farm. I was gonna send you a link, but I thought you were working tonight, so I didn't send you a link. But I wanted to do kind of a live stream tonight, buddy, and get things kind of set up, ready to go for tomorrow. And God, I started this live feed and had to end it. I had a bad connection, so hopefully everything goes smooth tomorrow when Martin comes on. Man, I really do. I worry about that kind of stuff. I just really hope everything goes smooth tomorrow, and hope it's a good experience for Martin. Hope he'll want to come back on the show again someday. So, you're eating a lava Reese's cup, right on, brother. But anyway, buddy, I sorry I haven't talked to you much lately. I've been so busy at work and everything, but I'm glad you're on here. I appreciate that. I'm not looking the greatest tonight. I'm still in my work clothes. I got off kind of late, and then I started doing my homework tonight, coming up with my trivia questions for tomorrow. So there's going to be 7 different trivia questions tomorrow, and I've got some really cool stuff here that I'll be, putting up for people to win that participate and get involved. So I know tomorrow you're going to be one that gets involved quite a bit, buddy. I know you will. So Jacob, yeah, I can't wait to have you tuning in tomorrow and getting involved with everything. I can't wait. I can't wait. I wish I could do 2. I wish I could have 2 people on at once on this live stuff. I really do. YouTube only lets you put 1 person on, and boy, if I could do 2 people, Jacob, buddy, you'd be on here as well, live too with me. So anyway, how's work going tonight, by the way, Jacob? What are you eating for lunch besides Reese's? I can't believe that's your dinner. I can't imagine that's your dinner tonight. I'm trying to find my lighter. Where did I put my lighter? Ah, there it is. Oh. Yeah, we're getting snow too. My wife's actually down in Rapid City right now, buddy. She left early this morning and got down there before the snow hit. It was actually snowing here when she left, but she's down there seeing her daughter. But she's gonna be snowed in, I think. She was gonna come back tomorrow afternoon sometime, but I think she's gonna be stuck down there until Monday, probably at least, I bet. Yeah, so my wife's in Rapid City right now. She decided to leave me all alone here, so I'm taking advantage of it. But anyway, hon, I don't know if you're watching this live stream from where you're at, but I miss you. I'll be glad when you're back home. So, but anyway, my wife left me a really really nice note. Hope she doesn't mind me showing it off, but she left this down here in my lounge for me, and we always leave each other notes. I left it out. Well, I've already revealed it, but I did put a note in my wife's purse, and I don't think she's found it yet. But babe, if you are watching this, thank you again for this. I appreciate all your encouragement and support to me. You always are so supportive of me. So, but yeah. So okay, so you're eating chicken, leftover chicken, and I had some leftover chicken for lunch today. My wife bought some chicken from our deli at the store, and she didn't eat very much of that, so I got to finish that off today for lunch. So, and it's funny because I had two Reese's cups, two small little Reese's cups for dessert after I ate that chicken today. So yeah, it's funny that you're eating some Reese's lava cake tonight, and I had some little Reese's cups today after I ate my chicken, and you're eating chicken tonight as well. So anyway, oh. William Beebe says you got chocolate. You got chocolate in my peanut butter. Boy, I remember that old commercial. That was such a corny commercial where someone would bump into somebody and drop their chocolate into someone that was eating peanut butter out of the jar, and they would say, "You got my chocolate in my peanut butter," and the other person would say, "You got peanut butter in my chocolate." Oh, those old '80s commercials were so damn corny. Oh gosh. Yeah, Jacob, you weren't alive yet in during those old '80s commercials, and then there was the Wendy's commercial where these old ladies were driving around, and one lady was always saying, "Where's the beef?" Just stupid stuff. Oh gosh. But yeah, I wish I could be down there in South Dakota too, but I wouldn't want to miss this podcast tomorrow. I wouldn't want to miss it. So it took a little bit of work to get this planned. Um, and I'm just glad it's going to happen finally. God, I talked to Martin about this in early November, I think, about him coming onto this show, and I think it was early November. I think it was early November. But so yeah, so it was pretty cool that he later messaged me and agreed to come on and be a part of this. And so anyway, but yeah, this dang weather. I'll be glad when winter's over. I'm just not a winter person. I hate it. Hate the cold. I hate the evenings where it gets dark early, and just not a fan of any of it. I love the snow when I don't have to be out in it. I love the way it looks. I think it's pretty to look at, but I'm just not into being out in it too much when the weather sucks and you got to shovel the sidewalks and put salt down on the sidewalks and having to scrape your windows and heat your car up for a while to get everything warmed up. Oh, I tell you what. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, Jacob, but I'm watching some old Headbangers Ball stuff from 1986 on YouTube. It just came up like an hour and a half of the old uh, like it's one of the shows from 1986 where they got all the commercials cut out of it, and they got all the interviews and all the videos. And Kiss is on here right now. Who Wants to Be Lonely from the Asylum album. Oh my God, this stuff brings back such great memories. I was talking about with Willem how I would wash dishes at a place called King's Inn. On through quite a bit I worked, and I get home Saturday nights about almost 11 o'clock at night, and I'd catch the last 2 hours of the Headbangers Ball. But anyway, so yeah, so 1986. This brings back so many great memories. Um, their guest on this one is Dee Snider, and Ron Keel's been on it as well, and talking about their new albums and different things from the time. So pretty fun stuff to watch. It brings back a lot of memories. It really does. So You got to meet Ron Keel. How cool! I know he started doing country music at one time. Is he still? I think I know he started dressing Western at one time, and I thought was doing country music. Um, just like Gus from Trickster, um, he started getting into country music as well. Um, so yeah. So anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still doing country music or not. Not sure, but yeah, Mark Gus Scott. Yeah, I don't know if he's doing country or not either. Still, I'm not sure, but he stopped in the store. Wow, William, how about that? That's pretty cool. And you sold a 6 pack of beer to Robert Plant. Wow. And you're in Nashville. That's really cool. That's really cool. Well, gosh, yeah, you're down there where Martin Motnik is at. So, how about that? Very cool. This was when he was involved in the Badlands Gold and Pawn in Sioux Falls. It was either after Megadeth or Dokken concert, but he was in the Denny. He was in a Denny's and talked with us a while. Uh, and all waited to be, well, let's see. Well, we all waited to be seated. Wow, that is a really cool story. In Rapid City, of all things, that's pretty wild. That is really cool. Really cool. And then Willem was saying he was doing something with Allison Krauss in Nashville at the time. Oh, yeah, Robert Plant. Yeah, I remember those Robert Plant, Allison Krauss albums are actually pretty good. Oh, you were in Sioux Falls at the time, not Rapid City. Okay, you were in Sioux Falls. Yeah, I forget you go see shows in Sioux Falls also, Jacob. But that's cool that you guys both have met some pretty cool people. Well, meeting Robert Plant and Jacob, you meeting Ron Keel. Very cool. I think my greatest memory of who I've ever met is Eric Carr from Kiss. I met him in Casper, Wyoming on the Crazy Nights tour. He was at the Hilton Inn. I got to meet Gene Simmons really quick also. But Eric Carr loved his fans a lot, and he would stay around and talk to his fans a lot. And I remember going to the Hilton Inn before that concert, and there was a bunch of other kids around him talking to him, and I just stayed back and stood back and thought, well, I hope once they're all done talking to him, he might have a few minutes left in himself to talk to me maybe. And so everyone left, and he was getting ready to walk away, and I said, hey, Eric, I said, I'm here to see you guys tonight, and I'm a huge fan. I was a huge fan of Peter Criss, but I'm a huge fan of you also, and I was hoping I could talk to you just for a minute. And he said, absolutely. And he ended up standing there talking to me for a good half hour or more. And he was such a nice guy. He's probably the guy that I think I've got the greatest memories of meeting. Of course, besides meeting Striper for the first time, getting to work with them, but getting to meet Eric Carr was probably the ultimate. I mean, with anyone I've met besides Striper, and of course, I got to go backstage with AC/DC in '88 during the Blow Up Your Video tour, and that was actually pretty cool too. Getting to go backstage and hang out with those guys. Got to meet White Line; they were the ones opening up for them at the time, and that was in Casper, Wyoming, also at the Hilton Inn. And we were staying at the Hilton Inn. We took their bus driver to the post office to mail off some stuff, and he gave us backstage passes and got to hang out with all the guys in AC/DC for quite a while in their dressing room. And we were staying the night there that night, so they gave us a bunch of Heineken beer to take back to our room. They had they must have had 10 or so tubs of just Heineken beer. And Brian Johnson asked if we were staying in the hotel, and we said we were. It was me and my buddy and our 2 girlfriends at the time. And he goes, take some of this Heineken beer back with you to your room. And so, yeah, so it was pretty cool. And, yeah, and also meeting Tim Ripper Owens, Jacob, that was awesome. That was very cool also. Yeah, and I'm glad your dad got to be there with you. And how's your dad doing? I hope he's doing good. Um, who's this really cool friend of yours you're talking about? Jacob? Who's this really cool friend you're talking about? That was a cool day, man. I'll still never forget that day. Of course, I was originally talking about the early days when I was a kid, getting to meet some of the big people, But yeah, getting to meet Tim Ripper Owens and hanging out with you that day, and the friendship we've built, the relationship we've built up, it's awesome. It's awesome, and that was such a great day. And getting to see your dad, watching your dad smile, and just taking all that in was incredible. It was it was worth it was worth it to your dad, I'm sure, to get to do that with you as well, and to get to for him to get to witness you getting to meet Tim Ripper Owens and everything too. So and AJ Mills from the KK's Priest band too. So I'm trying to figure out the band that's on right now. I want to say it's maybe Leather Wolf that's on right now. So let's see. The weather has him sore. This friend of mine runs a podcast. A few of them. Yeah, I did meet Lena Ford. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. Getting to meet Lena Ford was incredible. Also, she was such a nice lady, and yeah, she was such a great lady. I really did enjoy meeting her, and I got a picture of me and her together here. Let's see. Here's a really cool picture of me back in '90 with a group called Pajama Party that I got to work with. Look at those short shorts and those legs, man. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'll scroll back through my pictures a little bit better here. I've got so many damn pictures on my phone that I need to take off. Oh, let's see here. Where is that picture at? Well, darn it. It's on here. Oh, here we go. Here's a picture of me and Lita Ford together. Right there. So anyway, there she is. Trying to get that glare off of there, but anyway, but yeah, she was cool. She was cool. Yeah, no beard at the time. Yeah, I look a lot different back at that time. Thanks, Willem. I appreciate that. Oh, my stepson's watching. Hey, Jason. Love you, brother or buddy. Um, I'm glad you're tuning in. I hope you're getting to work okay. I miss you. I miss having you around here. But I know me and your mom have talked. We're trying to figure out something for you, for a car or something. Your mom wanted to give you her car, but she's got to take Daisy to school every morning at 7:30. So that kind of screwed that up. And I've got to still find someone to fix my car, get that heater fixed. I think I found a guy that can fix it. But anyway, but yeah, Jason, I'm glad you tuned in. Um, that's me right there. My son. Gosh darn it! I wish I could get a better. I wish I could not have so much glare. But anyway, anyway, it's hard to see. But anyway, my son Jason sent me that. He's watching too. So Jason, put a message up on here or something if you can. But anyway, I do miss you being around here, and I've got to figure out a way to get down there so we can go out to eat or something. Got to figure out. We got to see when your days off are and everything, and try to come down, and I'll come down and eat with you again. But I hope everything's going good with you, Jason. I love you, son, and I miss you. I really do miss you. But I hope you're doing okay. I really do. So. But Jason, are you going to watch the show tomorrow? If you're still on, are you going to watch the show tomorrow, or do you got to work? Yeah, the beard works for me, and I can't wait to get it long again. I had it pretty long, and I shaved it off back in October before I went to. I shaved it off in October before I went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to be on a podcast down there with the Cigar Junkies. And these guys had never seen me without my beard. They only knew me with my beard. And on a whim, I shaved it off just to get down there and to surprise them because they'd never seen me without my beard. So I wanted to go there and give them some shock treatment. And so, but I really regret shaving it off. But I'm trying to grow it back again. It really grew out. It started growing out really weird. And so I gave it a kind of a trim, got it evened up, and so hopefully it'll start growing in the way it needs to now. My car's doing good. It's just the heater went out in it, not completely. But my heater won't kick on until I get up to like almost 2.5 RPMs in my car. Once I get it up out on the highway and I got the RPMs up on it. My heater will then kick in. The defrost will work. The only thing that works right now is the back defrost in my car. And so my wife gave me this shield that you put over your window at night or during the day to keep the frost off of it. And it's actually been working pretty cool, but it's a pain in the ass to take it on and off. And I've walked to work a few times because I only live like 3 blocks from my work. So anyway, but yeah. I can't wait to get my beard back to where it used to be. I tell you what, I miss my beard. I miss my beard being long, and I'll never shave it off again. I tell you what, once I get it long again, I will never shave it off again. I promise you that. So anyway, let's see here. Oh, did I ever listen to the band Nitro, Jacob? Nitro. God, that sounds familiar. That band sounds really familiar. I'll have to look them up. But yeah, I'm sure I have. And God, have you ever heard the song from Hearing Aid with Dio? We're Stars. Is it We're Stars? I think it's We're Stars. Where he's got just like a bunch of different people from all these different metal bands on there. One of my favorite metal songs, actually, We're Stars. I want to say that's what it's called. I'm going to rewind it back just a hair so I can catch the name of that again. Oh, it's Hearing Aid. The band was called Hearing Aid, and the song's called We're Stars. But, man, that is I love that song, but I can't find it anywhere to stream or download, but I've wanted to buy that old album, and I'm still looking for a decent copy of that, so. Yeah, this is my Mustang that I'm talking about. Yeah. Yep, it sure is, Jacob. D. Snyder just announced that Loudness is going to be on Headbangers Ball. Have you ever listened to Loudness? That's a band I really, really like a lot, too. I'm going to have to maybe do a pairing with the old Loudness, one of the old Loudness albums. I might have to do a pairing with that sometime. Yeah, this is fun. I really do kind of enjoy these live feeds. I love everyone that participates and gets involved. And Willem, what is your actual name though, Willem? Is that your actual name? Yeah, and it could be that my coolant's not circulating right. I did Google that it could be my thermostat doing it too. It's possible maybe, it's just getting old and there's a part that wore out in it or something and it's not working correctly. But I checked my coolant levels and everything is working good. I mean, it's where the levels are where it needs to be. But yeah, that could be though. It really could. Let's see. Yeah, loudness is awesome. Yeah, I'll get my car figured out. Um, yeah, that their guitarist, Akura, I think is how you pronounce that. Yeah, he's awesome. Really awesome band. That was a band I wanted to always catch too. Yeah, that was a band I always wanted to see also. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background, and I might get in trouble for this. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it up a little bit. This was such an awesome song. I don't know if you remember oh gosh, it was Michael Jackson. That was a big part of it. He did the song for he did a song for Africa. I can't remember what that was called at the time. But Dio wanted to be a part of that, and they wouldn't let him be in it because he was a metal singer. So he decided to get this going on his own. And Vivian Campbell was a part of it. Yeah, so he did it to kind of get back everybody that was doing that stuff they were doing for Africa. I can't remember what it's called, but so anyway, yeah, I thought it was really cool what Dio did. I thought it was really cool. So I'm not having any trouble with anybody, Willem. I was asking you what your actual name is. Yeah, it has Don Dawkins, Jeff Tate, Halford, and a lot of drummers. I mean, they had a lot of drummers, guitarists, all kinds of people in here. Blackie Lawless as well is on here. Vinny Appice, Ted Nugent. Oh my God, so many people. Vince Neil, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I figured that was your name, Willem. I just want to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. So you and Jacob, I appreciate you both participating tonight. And I'm sorry I look like hell tonight. Yeah, I'm not I do like wearing beanies, but I'm not these kind of beanies I usually don't wear, but it's my work beanie, so but yeah, tomorrow I'll be looking more metal. I'll promise you that. So I'll be looking more metal tomorrow. I wish I could fit in my old metal jacket that I've got all my patches on and buttons and everything. But I'm going to have that down here with me tomorrow to show Martin Motnik my Accept patch that's on there as well. So anyway, but it's going to be fun tomorrow. I can't wait. Yeah, George Lynch was one of the guitarists on here as well. Kevin DeBro, yeah. A lot of great people on that project that Dio started. And here is Loudness. Loudness is on. Of course, I missed what song they're playing. Let's see what song they're playing here. I rewound it back a hair here just so I could see. Let It Go from Lightning Strikes, and that's the album I've got. That's one of the albums I've got. I think I want to say I've got Lightning Strikes. But anyway, but yeah, Loudness was cool. Oh yeah, that's awesome, buddy. Yeah, that's cool. You got a pick from George Lynch. That's really cool. So anyway, yeah, I love Crazy Nights. Let It Go. Yeah, great songs. Great songs. So I'm gonna hang with you guys about another probably 10 minutes, and then I'll probably go ahead and end this tonight. Um, and I've got a really special cigar I'm gonna smoke tomorrow. And I don't know if Martin's gonna be able to smoke a cigar or not tomorrow. He's gonna be possibly in a studio tomorrow, so I'm not sure. He wasn't sure where he's gonna be exactly tomorrow when he comes on. He wants to smoke a cigar with me, but he's not sure if he's going to be able to or not. So, yeah, I'm not leaving yet, Willem. I've got 10 more minutes. I'm going to hang here. So 9 minutes now, but yeah, I'm going to hang here just a little bit more. So don't leave me yet. But yeah, I've been enjoying hanging out with you guys a little bit tonight. I appreciate you guys both jumping on here. Jacob over in Rapid City, South Dakota, where my wife is currently snowed in probably until Monday, I bet. And yeah, I can't wait to get down there, Jacob. I'm hoping I'll be down there sometime soon. I know me and my wife Marcy want to take a trip down there, another trip down there over the weekend or something. So I'm hoping we can leave maybe on a Thursday or a Friday, and that way I can get with you and have a cigar over at the Tinderbox. Um, yeah, so I can't wait to get down there. And Jacob, we haven't seen each other since September 3rd. During that show, that was the last time we've seen each other, except for when we've done our podcast together. But yeah, I can't wait to get down there to see you. So, and Willem, you said you were in Nashville, right? I think that's what your message said here just a little bit ago. Said you were in Nashville. What do you do for work in Nashville, by the way, Willem? Okay, so you work at a grocery store also. Wow. What do you do? I manage my grocery store. I work for a chain. It was Panhandle Co-op. Now it's Legacy Co-op. We ended up merging with another company. It's an agriculture thing is why we had a merger. Our company's got propane, tire shops, C-stores, 3 grocery stores, and I've got one of them here in Kimball, Nebraska. So I've been managing that store for almost 8 years now. May will be 8 years for me managing that. So what do you do in your grocery store? What do you do, buddy? And when did you sign on to my YouTube channel, by the way? How long have you been following me? So a few weeks now. That's awesome, buddy. Thank you. And I'm trying to remember if we've talked before in the comment areas and stuff on my podcast. What are you liking about the channel so far? Is there anything that I can do better or do more of for you or do less of maybe? Man, I would love to have some of that Skid Row, Jacob. Yeah, and I would love to come by and see you. Actually, yes. Okay, well, Will, I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really am. I'm glad you're having fun, and And I'll keep doing what I'm doing, but man, I am always up for any suggestions. I'm here for you guys. Of course, I love doing this. I get a lot of satisfaction and gratification uh, doing this because I love people, especially people that are into cigars and the same music I'm into or any kind of music. And I'm getting to fulfill a dream that my dad always wanted to do. And I do a lot. I started doing this in memory of my dad. He always wanted to be a radio DJ, like I said, or do some kind of DJ work, and he never got to. And he used to play a lot of music, but as he got older, he was a railroader, and he was really busy with railroading, so he never got to really finish out doing some of the things he really wanted to do. But yeah, Jacob, I'd love to sit outside and have a cigar and a drink with you, buddy. I really would. Definitely can't wait for that. Really can't wait for that. And hopefully, maybe sometime you can come this way too, buddy. I'll put you up in a hotel. I'll put you and your wife up in a hotel. We'll drive over to Cheyenne or something, and go over and go to a couple places over in Cheyenne that I go to, and maybe your wife and my wife can kind of get together and hang out a little bit. So maybe that's something we can plan in the future too, buddy, if you would be willing to come down this way. So, but yeah, definitely look forward to some times with you, especially when summer comes or spring comes. I definitely want to get down there and see you guys. Definitely plan on doing that. And I'm going to try to get back to Pittsburgh again. Everyone down there wants me to come back and hang out. So I'm going to try to get back to Pittsburgh as well. But I'd really like to get down there to Rapid City. So, yeah, it'd be awesome, buddy. And, yeah, we will. We'll have some fun, definitely, buddy. Yeah. Either way, you come here, I come there, man. We'll also hang out in my lounge down here and fucking smoke all night and drink. Well, in case you're wondering, Jacob, he's got a channel called Jake's Music State on YouTube, and his show is called Jake Not From State Farm, and he does a lot of heavy metal hard rock reviews, and we've done a couple shows together already. We're gonna do some more, and I want him on my show sometime. I'm gonna be on his show again sometime soon. And but we met at the KK's Priest Accept concert in Denver, Colorado last September 3rd of 2024. And we just hit it off immediately. I broke out some crummy cigars that I was traveling with, and he said he was into cigars too, so we smoked a kind of a crappy cigar together, but and then we had a drink together at the concert and hung out with him and his dad, and of all things, he's into podcasts as well. And he signed up on my channel that day immediately when I told him about my channel, and we've just been great friends. We've really have built up a great relationship, and yeah. So anyway, but you check his channel out, Willem. If you're into hard rock, heavy metal the way I am, you'll love his show. So check him out, Jake's Music State on YouTube, and the show is called Jake Not From State Farm. So, well, they weren't the worst cigars in the world, but they sure definitely weren't the best, like you said. Yeah, thank you, Willem, for doing that. Yeah, I know Jacob will appreciate that. I know he's trying to get what he's doing out there and trying to build his channel up. His channel's fairly new. See, Jacob, your channel's been going on what now for almost a few months now, I think, isn't it now, Jacob? But anyway, Jacob, Willem said he's going to check your channel out. So yeah, again, thank you, Willem, for doing that. Yeah, Jacob, I'm always going to promote you, buddy. Always. And Willem, Jake said thank you. He said thank you to you for that you're going to check his channel out. That's awesome. Let's see here, Jacob. It's a Willem. Willem. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, since October. So yeah, around 3 months. Yeah, October, November, December, going into 4 months of your channel now. So yeah, yeah. So I was pretty correct on that. So, but Jacob, you're doing a great job with your channel. I love what you're doing, of course. And I love the times we've done some podcasts together. That's been just great. So much fun. And we just got such a good rapport with each other. It's just unbelievable. Um, the only thing different about us is our age. I'm a little older than you, of course, about 20 years older, but man, I feel like I'm in my 30s still. I don't think I look like I'm in my 50s. At least I hope I don't yet. I don't feel like I'm in my 50s. But yeah, man, having you in my life is such a huge blessing. And you're a great friend. And I know your birthday's coming up soon. So you'll be finding something in the mail here, pretty soon. So I owe you a couple cigars that you've been wanting from me, the J.C. Newmans, Julius Caesars. So I will get those out to you. I definitely will. So, and Willem, for you participating so much tonight, if you will DM me on my Facebook page, if you can get on Facebook, if you go to my Troy Harper Facebook page, and you DM me on my messenger, and if you can tell me what your address is, if you're interested in a couple cigars or so, I would be glad to send you some to have if you're into that. If you're not, that's fine, but I'd be willing to send you a couple or 2 or 3 cigars to try some stuff that I like if you're willing to do that. If you're willing to give me your address anyway, but anyway, yeah, I appreciate your support, Jacob and Willem. Willem, you're a newer follower, and I appreciate that so much. And yeah, I appreciate you following me. I appreciate you following me, and I'm glad you're enjoying things. But like I said, if you have any suggestions and you're wanting to throw out some ideas for me that you would like to see on this channel, man, I'm all for it. And I'll do whatever I can to make things more enjoyable for you, more interesting. So, but anyway, but I love doing this, and I'm really enjoying this tonight. And I went past my 10 minutes, but that's fine. I'm willing to stay on here even longer if you guys are wanting to hang out with me a little bit more. I'm willing to do that. So anyway, but I got my banner up ready for tomorrow. Let's see here. Trying to see if you guys can see that. Let me move out of the way here. But that's my new banner that I got made for this channel. I've got one made up for each of my shows. So anyway, so I've got that up and ready to go for tomorrow. And yeah, well, I can't wait to get your address from you so I can get something sent out to you. So yeah, if you want to share with your friend or whatever that, yeah, absolutely, buddy. Yeah, I'm glad you like that banner. I got some really cool ones. I got them on Amazon. My wife actually ordered them for me. I told her I was kind of looking for something different from my background on my channels, and she got on Amazon and found a place on Amazon. And so I ordered just one in the beginning, and it came back really nice. And so I went ahead and ordered more of them for my other channels, and they weren't expensive at all. I paid like $8 for each one. I couldn't believe that they were that cheap, and it's really good quality material. Really, really nice vinyl kind of material. It's thick. It's not cheap at all. So anyway, but yeah, if you guys are looking for some banners or anything like that, maybe Jacob, if you're wanting to, create a banner somehow for your for your backgrounds, I can have my wife look that up. Maybe I can send you that link. So, but yeah, well, definitely share the cigars with somebody or a couple people and smoke them together and hang out. Get a good drink with it, whatever it is, coffee, rum, or whatever you like. I do like rum most of the time, but I do like this Crown caramel whiskey. It's not real syrupy or heavy. It's just right, actually. So anyway, cheers to you guys again. I can't wait to um, show you guys what's going to be given out tomorrow with the trivia stuff, and I think you guys are going to be happy with what we're going to be giving out. And this was all supplied by Martin, except I got one CD that I'm going to give away tomorrow that I've got on my own from Accept, but that's autographed. So I'll be giving that away tomorrow. I'll go ahead and reveal that right now. I got this at that concert, Jacob, that we were at. The only thing on this cover, there's a couple signatures that got smeared somehow. It was in a plastic sleeve when I bought it, and when I came home and I was getting ready to take it out of the sleeve, they must have had just signed it before that show or something. But when I took it out of the sleeve, it that ink kind of smeared with the packaging when I took it out. So, but anyway, I'm gonna give that away. I think it still looks pretty nice though. So let's see here. Just cigars or ever smoke a pipe? I've never smoked a pipe. I never have. Well, I've thought about it. I thought about trying it out. My dad used to smoke a pipe all the time, and I really loved the way those smells were that came out of it. Kind of like cherry scents he always had, and I'm trying to think of some of the other smells that came off of his pipes, but they smelled really good. And I've actually got some Deadwood Tobacco Company Fat Bottom Betties. I've got a box of those, and maybe that's a cigar that you would like, Willem. Maybe one of those. Try one of those Fat Bottom Betties. A little bit of a sweeter cigar, but also got that great tobacco taste to it as well. But it's got a little bit of sweetness to it as well. And the aromas that come off of it are really good. So maybe you would enjoy that. Yeah. So you said that sounds nice, and yeah. So I'll send you a couple of those, and I'll send you a couple of other ones that I've got. A couple other different cigars that I've got that I think you might like. But what do you like for taste notes? Do you think, Willem? Do you like more bold or lighter kind of cigar taste? You think maybe, or what do you think you would like with that? So I have an idea of what would be a good cigar to send you. Um, and then I don't know how much time you have to smoke a cigar, but I've got different sizes cigars. You know, some smoke for an hour, some smoke an hour and a half, some 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Um, Dealer's choice. I've never. Oh, okay, I got you. Dealer's choice. Okay, you like them all. All right, buddy. Well, I'll hook you up with some good sticks. Do you have a cigar cutter and a cigar lighter? Have you? And I meant to ask you, have you smoked cigars before? So I didn't know if you had any experience with smoking cigars or not. Okay. Well, and I don't know. You might, if you have a chance, maybe find. Well, try to find maybe a cigar cutter. Um, and if I've got something here that I can send you, I will. I'm trying to think what I might have here that I can maybe send you for a cigar cutter. I might have something that I can send with those cigars for you, actually. But in the meantime, if you've got a tobacco shop close by, you can get some that aren't very expensive at all for cutters. But you might want to go to a tobacco shop that sells cigars and ask them, um, a good cigar cutter that would be not expensive, but that would be good for your cigars. So, okay, and I'm glad you've smoked some cigars before. So then kind of have an idea of how you need to, or what you need to do to be able to smoke it the right way. I'm guessing. Um, are you? I'm guessing you know how to toast and light your cigars and all that. So Jake says he's got an extra guillotine cigar cutter. um, well, that would be nice of you, Jacob. Willem, Jake said he was willing to send you a cigar cutter if you want one. So make sure you see, Jacob. How could he get a hold of you, or so you can get his address, or I can actually, Willem, if you're okay, when you send me your address, if you don't mind me passing that on to Jacob, I will. If you're okay with that, he was wanting to send you a cigar cutter. And like I said, I think I've got one here too that I can send. I'm sure I do. I'm sure I've got something that I can spare. So we're both willing to help you out, buddy. This is what I love about the cigar community, the metal community. Man, we're all outcasts, but man, it's such a great community. Everybody's just so super nice in the heavy metal community, the cigar community. It's just, man, everyone's just awesome. Jacob, I'm trying to remember if you got Facebook or not. God dang, I can't remember. I think I want to say you've got a Facebook page, Jacob. God, well, yeah, of course you do, because we've messaged on Messenger. So yeah, you do. My God, my brain is obviously gone. So yeah, Jacob, he does have a Facebook page. So, but yeah, anyway, we can help you, Willem. That'd be awesome. So, Willem, if you don't mind me asking you, how old are you? What age bracket are you in? You're old enough to smoke cigars, I hope. See, I can get a cutter from the shop, but I'd not turned one down. Ha ha. Okay. All right, William, you're 35, so yeah, you're definitely old enough to smoke cigars. Oh, I didn't think you were probably a minor. I didn't think you probably were, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you were, in your early 20s and knew it all this. I wasn't sure. So, yeah, you're the same age as Jacob there, Willem. So a 90 baby, yeah. Well, I'm a 70 baby. So, yeah, 20 years exact almost, pretty much, between me and you guys. So, that's pretty wild. How about that? I would never guess that I would be around 20 years older than you guys. So, yeah, I'll be 55 in August, so, and then after that, it's all downhill from that. So, no, I hope not anyway. I hope not. So, well, Will, you're only 35, and Jacob, I'll let you, I won't get on you because you work nights, but Jacob, and Willem, it should be past your bedtime at your age, don't you think? So, I love having my wife around. I can't imagine my wife not being in my life, but uh, this is nice tonight that I got the house to myself and I can hang out with you guys for a while. And hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy? Glad you popped on, man. How you doing tonight? You're a little late. I've been going at this for over an hour now. So where have you been? Are you going to be able to pop in and watch the show tomorrow with Martin Motnik? You're at work. Okay, I was wondering. So, yeah, Robert's another guy that been following me quite a bit. We've been talking a lot. So Robert, meet Jacob and Willem. They've been on with me the whole night, and we've had some great conversation. And tomorrow, it's going to be that show tomorrow is, I'll let you know here again. And it's going to be live. Let's see here. I always forget the time zones. I'm not good with time zones. Let's see here. It's going to be 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's 2 p.m. here. And it'll be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time where Martin Motnik's at over in Nashville. So it's going to be 2 o'clock. What time is it over where you're at, Robert? What time? Oh, see, well, Montana, I think you guys are in the same time zone as me, aren't you? Isn't it? Let's see here. Would it be almost midnight there, bud? Yeah, so you are the same time zone we are. Yeah, so yep. But yeah, so 2 p.m. Yeah, if you can try and check it out, buddy, and pop on, that'll be great. I'm going to be doing some trivia stuff tomorrow, and we're going to be doing some giveaways that Martin sent to me to give away, some some different autographed stuff. So, and then there's also going to be some guitar picks that will come with each thing we give away. So there'll be a guitar pick with some things. So, but yeah, Will, if you can find a way to make it, great. If not, it will be recorded. And if I don't get a lot of people answering on about the trivia stuff, if you jump on maybe and watch the recorded show, and you've got some answers, you can give me on some of the trivia stuff, and no one's answered yet. I would still be willing to send you something. So, well, yeah, Robert, please come, man. It'd be great to have you on to communicate and join in. So, I still can't believe that this guy's going to be on my show. I still can't believe it. I will announce to you guys. February 16th, I'm going to do a live show. It's going to be an anniversary show for this channel. February 14th is going to be my 3-year anniversary with this channel, but I'll be working. So February 16th will be a Sunday. I'm going to have a guy on that. He was one of the very first people that signed on to my channel. He will be on that show live from the UK. He's a singer, songwriter, musician. He does his own recordings. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's got the most beautiful music. And some of it's in Italian, some of it's, in English with the accent they've got over there in England, of course. But such a great guy, and he's such a good guy. He really is. We've been great friends for a while. And like I said, he signed up the first day I put this channel up. He was like the very first one that signed up. And but he's got some really beautiful music. But if you look on YouTube under Antonello Nicastro, you should find him. He's the only Antonello Nicastro on YouTube, and he's just got some really beautiful stuff. And he's gone through a lot of tough times in his life, and I think some of his lyrics kind of come through some of that, but it's just beautiful stuff. So he's going to be on that show on February 16th, and it'll be a live feed with him again from the UK. So it'll be 11 a.m. my time, and it'll be like 6 p.m. his time. He's like 6 hours ahead or 7 hours ahead of me. So yeah, I'll be 6 hours. He's 6 hours ahead of me. So 11 o'clock a.m. my time, 6 p.m. his time. So February 16th, if you guys aren't doing anything, maybe you can pop in on that show and check it out. So, but that's a little ways off, but I'll be here before I know it. So anyway, well, guys, I tell you what. What time is it here? I know I said this almost an hour ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and go another 10 minutes, and it'll be 12 a.m. when I end this. So I'm definitely gonna end this at midnight. So anyway, hang on with me a little bit longer if you want. if you guys are getting tired of seeing this mug and this damn ugly beanie I got, I love the logo on it. I'm proud of my company I work for, but um, I like the beanies that don't have this part that folds up. I'm just not into the beanies like this, but anyway, so I'll be wearing my Boston Scally tomorrow. One of my Boston Scallies tomorrow, Robert. Robert, and by the way, have you bought any more Boston Scally caps? I've been meaning to ask you since you came on if you bought any more Boston Scallies. I haven't bought any more since the Christmas ones, but yeah, you have. Yeah, I figured. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. So, how many do you have now, or how many will you have once you get your new ones? I'm up to 25 Boston Scallies now that I've bought over the past 2 years. You have about 20, so you're almost caught up to me. Buy 5 more and we'll both have 25. So they're addicting, man. They're so comfortable and so fun to wear. And I just love all the different themes. And yeah, so you bought 3, let's see, in the past 3 months. Yeah, you've been buying quite a bit in the past 3 months. Yeah, I know. I understand. Believe me, I do. And I know my buddy Jacob, you were talking about buying a Boston Scally cap for somebody you know. Did you ever buy one for him? If you're on with me still, let me know. But I was wondering if you ever bought a Boston Scally for your buddy. Yes, Jacob, I've got 25 Boston Scally caps. Yes. Yep, I do. I hate to admit it, but I do. My wife's like, "Oh my god." She goes, "When you get into a hobby or anything," she goes, "you go all the way with it." And I was like, "Yeah, I do." So, but yeah, I mean, I've bought them over time for like for St. Patrick's Day. I bought hats for the summertime. I love the captains, the sailors. I've got one that's called the Stand. It's themes of like garden and vegetable stands, and I thought since I'm in grocery, I thought that'd be a cool hat to have, and it's a really pretty cap. It's blue and red, kind of like blue and wine checkered kind of hat. It's really pretty. Where and how do you store them? Well, my wife has bought me some really nice hat storage things that zip up. So I've got those, and then I've got like a really nice storage container that's kind of thick, and I keep some in that as well. So the ones I'm not wearing, I'll store in there, and but the ones that I wear quite a bit, I keep in my zippered hat cases, I guess is what you'd want to call them. So let's see, Jacob, you said his birthday is in March, so I have time to try and figure it out. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, once your buddy starts wearing them, he will want more. I can almost guarantee it. He'll want more of them. And then Jacob, maybe that's something we need to talk about down the road too. Maybe that's something you might enjoy wearing eventually, or trying to wear or try out. I don't know. But yeah, they're addicting hats. They're just so damn comfortable. Um, I've got to get on that site real quick. 'Cause I'm trying to remember the name of the first hat I bought. So I'm looking up that company right now. I can remember the name of the first hat I bought from them. It's black. It's a winter cap. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember. I got the Boondock, which is one I really like also. the Kenmore. I bought the Kenmore is the first hat I bought. It just looks like it's just plain black. It's wool and polyester blend. Nothing fancy about it, but it's really comfortable. There's the inside of it. Really comfortable hat. But that was the first one I ever bought, and that's the one I was wearing at the concert, Jacob. When when we were at the KK's Priest concert, I was wearing that black Kenmore cap that day. So you're not a big hat guy, Jacob. Okay, well that's fine. So if you're not into hats or caps, that's fine. Gosh. But yeah, I know your buddy will love it, and he'll want to start getting more of those, I bet. Yeah, the Autumn Rose is pretty cool. And you said you're liking the Kraken. The Kraken's pretty cool. I've had my eye on that one. I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet, but I have had my eye on that. I've been on the fence about that one. I'm sure it looks a lot better in person or in front of you than what it does on the website, I'm sure. But yeah, my Christmas caps are probably, and all my St. Patrick's hats, I think, are probably, all my St. Patrick's Day themed hats are probably my favorite besides my Christmas ones. And I've got some Halloween ones that I really enjoy too. I've got the pumpkin head, the Franken head. I've got the, let's see here. It was the Halloween rose or whatever you call it. The Jack-a-rose, I think is what it's called. And I've got the Celtic Bone, I think is what it's called, the Celtic Bone or Celtic Bone. And that one I like quite a bit. It's dark green with like a orange rust kind of color. So, well, Jake, or Robert, I mean, I'm sorry, the Jake, if it's too big, just send it back and get a size smaller, and it should fit you pretty good. So, yeah, I love the Jack-a-rose. Do you have that one, Robert? Do you have the Jack-a-rose? No, you don't have that one. Okay. And they might have that out again next Halloween. It is sold out, yes. It might be out next Halloween again though. They sometimes bring out those same hats again, so it might be out again. They might even have something even more cool next Halloween possibly. So. But yeah, Jacob, if you're, I'll kind of throw out some ideas for you, and let's see. I'm just trying to think. Well, you haven't told me really what this guy's into, but Willem, between me and Willem, or I mean between me and Robert, we could probably give you some good ideas on Boston Scally caps for your buddy. So yeah, I encourage you and Jacob to get in touch and get to know each other and message back and forth and talk. So Jacob's a pretty cool guy. I know, Jacob, you're probably getting tired of me bragging about you so much, but man, you're a great guy. You really are. And yeah, so glad we met. Really glad we met. And Robert and Willem, I'm glad we've talked. I'm glad we've talked the way we have. Willem, tonight you're the first one I've started talking to, and I hope we'll have more conversations down the road. I hope you'll send me some messages and stay in touch, definitely. So, but yeah, I've met some great guys through doing these podcasts and through the cigar community and the music community. Yeah, so yeah, it's been great hanging out, buddy. Willem, it's been great hanging out with you tonight. It really has. Yeah, shoot me a DM, please, buddy. I would love to hear from you. And I got less than a minute left, and then I'm going to sign out. But yeah, this has been great, guys, tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me, and allow me to come into your life a little bit tonight and to be a part of it. And I appreciate you guys. I couldn't do this without you. And like I've said before on my podcast, I wouldn't want to do this without any of you. Without you guys, this means nothing. It really means nothing to me without you guys being a part of this. So anyway, rock on, guys. Keep rocking. Keep smoking your great cigars. Keep getting some good drinks in with your cigars. Keep listening to great hard rock, heavy metal, or whatever music it is you're listening to. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. You guys are all the best, man. I love all of you. You guys are my buddies. And you're family to me, and I love all of you guys. And I just want you to know that. And I mean that very sincerely. I do. I really love you guys. And you guys are everything to me. And you guys are family to me. So, but anyway, guys, God bless. Thanks for hanging out with me again tonight. And tomorrow, I will have my Accept t-shirt on. I'll have a cool Boston Scally on tomorrow. So I'll look a lot better than what I do tonight. So anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.